everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie and my channel is Light Fragments Auracle. And you know that I know that I'm so glad that you are here. I am so ecstatically happy that you are here with me on my channel. You make my day. And I'm grateful for you. Totally grateful for you. You know how I know that? Well, it's been a busy summer and I've been doing a lot of work, a lot of different kinds of jobs. And then when I'm not working, I really need to have some downtime. So I haven't been putting up my videos like I normally do. And I miss you. I miss creating videos, creating content, having discussions, talking about the things that I've purchased, showing you makeup, showing you different things. I just love it. It excites me and it really makes me happy. And you make me happy with all of your comments and all of the wonderful things that you say and the questions that you ask. And it makes me feel whole, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I want to talk about the new bronzer that I picked up that I have not yet used. I have swatched it on my arm, and I ended up getting the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Fresh Wear Bronzer in 250 Light Clear. And even when I put this on the inside of my arm, it's very light. But the reason that I got it is because I don't want an orangey type bronzer. And you all know, I've talked about it ad nauseum, that I cannot find another one of my favorite Believe Beauty bronzers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the old one that I love, and I'm going to open up this new one so we can compare what they look like. But the L'Oreal looks a little bit more tinted bronze, and this one looks more neutral. However, the shade that's marbleized looks close to this one, and that is why I picked this one up, because I want to try it. I think the mixture of the marbleized colors in here produces what this is going to produce. So that's my theory on that. So I will be applying this today. I'm going to pair up not a lot of eyeshadow because I need to leave, but I'm going to do a little bit of eye makeup. And the real clincher of this video is to try the Infallible bronzer and to talk about a topic, deconstructing your thoughts, and how important this is for you to move into, to shift into a mindset that is conducive to attract what you want to you. And we have discussed on my channel atoms, and how atoms have a memory, they have a consciousness. That a study was done where there were 3 doors. And I don't know how they can do it with photography now, but they can watch atoms at thousands and thousands and thousands of time of magnification moving. And so these atoms were moving, and they set up these doors. And so the atoms, it showed the atoms moving and splitting, and some going through this door, and some going through this door, and some going through this door. But then what they did was they blocked off the middle door. And the atoms, instead of splitting into threes, split into two and went through this door and went through this door, and then on the other side they merged. What does this have to do with deconstructing our thoughts? Well, we are energy, and our thoughts are energy, and everything about us is made up of atoms. And so because of that, and the life that we have lived to the point of today, doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 90, you can be 20. It doesn't matter. Everything that you've learned from the time that your soul incarnated into your body, you have learned through outside influences, your parents, your siblings, what you hear on TV, what you see. And some of it can be good and some of it can be really bad. But aside from labeling it, let's just call it, we have had experiences. We have had conditioning, indoctrination, just the way that we experience life from all of these outside experiences. And it all goes in here. And we can have an experience today that can trigger all of this other stuff that we've put in there or has been put in there, just by the fact that we've been aware and we've been noticing and we've been experiencing. So how do we deconstruct these thoughts to shift our energy, to shift what's going on in here to a better place where we can begin to attract what we are worthy of attracting, just by being children of God, just by the osmosis that God lives in each one of us. We have that ability. So I'm going to put on my foundation first because I want to try my Miccilo brush with my e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. So let me put some of this on my skin. That's what we're going to talk about. And I am going to help you with this. Now, does it mean that we negate that we're human beings? Does it mean that we ignore what is happening to us or what has happened to us, where we've come from, what's going on today? No, it does not mean that. It does not mean that we deny any of that. It's already happened. It's already in us. But what we can do is we can shift the focus of our thoughts to a much happier, grateful, thankful place. And little by little, our outside circumstances will reflect that. Okay, I'm going to take the rest of what's on my hand for foundation, and I'm going to use this beautiful foundation brush that I set aside and I have not used. And I have to tell you, when I first used this brush, I just thought it was absolutely amazing, particularly if you purchase the Miccilo foundation. I have links in the description that you can click on. And I think my code is still active. If it isn't, they're always having sales. You can get other brushes like this on Amazon, but I happen to think that this one is a beautiful brush. Not one bristle has come out of this brush since I've purchased it. Now, if you look and see how soft my face looks, just from using this Miccilo brush, foundation brush. And by the way, the bristles are so dense and so soft, it doesn't tug your skin. It might feel like it, but what it's doing is it's slowly raking the foundation over your skin. And if you are a mature woman and you want to be gentle on your skin, I would encourage you to get a brush like this. I love my brush, and it's really easy to clean, by the way. You can also put your foundation on top of this. Like, I'll do a little bit of that because I want to cover up some more of these spots. So you can take, it's so dense, you can take your foundation and just apply it right to the foundation brush. Loving this. And I'm going to brush a little bit of this there. And I'm going to brush a little bit of this. I'm going to dab it right there. And maybe a little bit right here. And I'm just going to gently stipple with it. You can really, there's a lot of control to using this brush. And I was up here the other day and I thought, why don't I take that brush out and use it? And so I will be binging using my Miccilo brush. Miccilo foundation brush. Okay, let me put that aside. Now that I have my foundation on, I am going to prime, excuse me, I had a hiccup. I'm going to prime my eyes. How has your summer been going? I don't know. This summer, I'm not going to be a downer. It is what it is. But it's definitely been different. It has definitely been different. We have had such high humidity this summer that the last 2 summers have been extremely humid. I think I might have a little bit of eyeshadow on this brush, but I'm going to go with it. I'm just using a brush to put on my concealer as eyelid primer. And I'm not going to put any concealer under here yet. Before I get into the eyeshadow, I want to talk to you guys about the Muse 28, which has launched on its website. I have been continuing using this. Kind of stopped for a couple weeks because I was just too tired to even think about it. Just washed my face and was done with it. Started using it again today. It's amazing. It is an amazing cream. Go to www.muse28.com you can go to the website, you can use my code and get 15% off, which is Susi, S-U-S-I, in all caps. I believe it's Susi, S-U-S-I in all caps. It'll be in the description so that you can go check it out. Right now, it's $50 off. Plus, if you use my code, you will get an additional amount off of your purchase. But once September gets here, towards the end of September, the price is going up. So the $50 off is the launch price. Highly recommend. This is how much I have used so far. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the dent in it. And this was flush when I started using this. So I got this in July, right? The beginning of July, end of June. And that I still have a full jar. It lasts a really long time. It spreads a really long way. I think you'll love it. I think you will really love it. Okay, back to what I was talking about. I am going to use this color right here, which has a very light sage green tint, and it's called Winter Solstice. And I'm going to put that over my eyelid. Using this brush right here, which has a flat surface. This brush came from Unique. And I'm just going to pat the Winter Solstice color, and I'm not ready for winter, but that's what it's called. I'm using my Cold Moon palette, so it's all about the different moons, the different solstices. This is a really beautiful, soft sage green. It's beautiful. And all I'm doing is I'm just going right up to my crease and I'm patting it on. And I'm going to flip it up a little bit off the side. Winter Rose, which is this color right here. I'm going to use this under my eyebrow, but I'm not going to put a lot of it on. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to tap it. You can see. I think I'm going to leave this in my video because I get so tired of editing. Are you laughing with me? I hope you're laughing with me. Okay, back to the Winter Rose. Okay, I'm just going to tap my brush. Can you see? And I'm just going to do a quick, just a swipe. I think there's still enough on here to do just a quick swipe. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to blend all of it together. In the middle, I'm going to blend, and then I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to blend. I'm going to blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, that is done. Now I'm going to put on a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I'm adding probably too much, but it's just the way I feel. Na 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 na, feeling groovy. Na 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 na. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. La 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 la, da dee 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 dee. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do that make me feel alright. When I'm home, everything's gonna be right. Yeah, I probably have the lyrics wrong, but it's true. When I get on here and I start doing my do what you do, 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 what you do. Bow, 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 wow, wow. Okay, good enough. Let's try this Infallible 250 Light Clear. I'm using a bigger brush, and so I'm going to swirl it in because I've not ever used this before as a bronzer. It does have kick up. I know that because when I rubbed my finger in there, I could tell. And I am just going to lightly. That's pretty, but it's still not the color of that one. But I can live with it. I can live with it. If I cannot get the Believe Beauty one, I can live with this. I just wish it wasn't as warm. I wish it was more neutral. Now, I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll go on the website because maybe they have a more neutral one. But you know what? This is pretty. And it goes on like butter. Wow. Look at that. I'm going to do some under my chin. You know, if you're very, very light, I think they make a 200 too. They make a lighter one. That's really pretty. What I want to talk to you about is this. How to go about deconstructing your thoughts to achieve the life that you want to live. Now, the interesting thing about this is at first, not much around you is going to seemingly change. But little by little, you will start to see a difference. And this is how you do it. You affirm. What I've been doing is I've been using I am statements. I've been doing that for years. But I started doing that because I didn't really enjoy my job. And I decided that I was going to enjoy my job come hell or high water. And there had to be a way. And so I started affirming that I loved my job. When you change, in other words, when you change your thoughts, reality does change. It's a twofold process. As you change as you change your thought process, it's like the atoms. Remember, they moved. Reality shifts. Because you cannot separate yourself from God. You cannot. God lives in you. And the great I am presence is what lives in you. So as you express, I am love, I am kindness, I am grateful, I am thankful, I am loving my job, I am loving my coworkers. Okay, maybe I'm not loving my coworkers because it's not going to be immediate. It can be, but look at it like this. A contractor goes to build a house. So it's in stages. They clear the land, right? They have all the stumps taken out. They have a company come in and do that. Then they dig the foundation. Then they pour the cellar cement for the foundation. Then they start putting, the framing in, and they get a floor down. And when they do this, they start carting in all this material. But think about this. As a rule, they usually only cart in as much material as they need to build the house. And once they start cutting the boards, there's going to be excess boards hanging around. There's going to be excess nails, right? It's that build up, okay? And so in order to have the complete house done, the landscaping and all of that, they've got to clean all that up for the finished house. And it's a process. And it's not overnight. But it can be. But it usually takes some time. And the better that you get at this, the faster you will see results. I'm telling you from experience. So what you're going to do is you're going to start to move in your building materials. I am loving. I am kind. I am grateful. I enjoy looking at the flowers. I love the ocean waters. And as you do this, you can mentally imagine it. A lot of times if I'm in a stressful situation, I might sheep off to the side and I will mentally imagine myself in my favorite beach chair. Maybe it's an overcast day and I have like a light sweatshirt on and it's breezy and I hear the waves coming up on the beach and I feel the sand in my toes and I run my fingers through the sand and I breathe in that salt air, that kind of fishy, almost fishy salt air. And I see the boats in the distance and I hear the seagulls flying overhead and I feel it. I feel it to the nth degree. And it can be anything that you love to do in your mind that you feel. And then you can imagine yourself saying, I feel worthy. I am loving. I am giving. I am valuable. I am deserving. I live the life I am creating right now. It is so. And you're beginning to build. And as you do that, all the old stuff, all the scraps, you're deconstructing. You're flipping the house. You're flipping the house. You're getting rid of all the old stuff that needs to go. Not the stuff that doesn't need to go. The old stuff. The old negative thought patterns. I still find myself doing it, particularly when I wake up in the morning. Mornings are hard for me. That's why I'm very methodical when I wake up in the morning. I do the same thing every morning. Mornings are hard for me. I've been this way my whole life. And as I methodically start to do these things, I add, maybe while I'm getting my coffee, I am worthy. I am valuable. Taking my medication, I am deserving. Thank you that there's medication that I can take for my condition. Thank you. I am so grateful. I am living the life I created. And then what happens is you expand. Your mind expands and you become open to possibilities. And as you become open to possibilities, you will see small things shift. Let me give you an example. The other day, I have been manifesting without even thinking that I'm manifesting, because I've been doing this for years. A friend of mine, we used to meet up at the same time several times a week by chance. That's how we met, at the post office. Well, the pandemic happened, and then her job, she works remotely now and goes into the office maybe once or twice a week. We don't see each other at the same time. I go to the post office at a different time of day. And I was at the post office on Monday, and I hear, "I don't believe it." And I look over, and there she is. Now, I have been thinking about her. I've been thinking about, I never see her on Facebook anymore. We haven't called each other. I never see her at the post. I wonder how she's doing. Maybe we're not friends anymore. I don't know. I've got to somehow figure out. And then I couldn't remember her last name, which is really weird because she's in my phone, which I didn't think she was in my phone, but I found her in my phone. But when I got my new phone, her number got erased. So there was no way for me to text her, no way for me to call her. There she was. But she was in my mind because we would have the best conversations, and we're both happy people, and she's the same height as me, and we hit it off right away when we met each other at the post office. We never knew each other before that. And this is how it works. Now, I haven't seen her in 2 years. And off and on, I've been thinking of her, but as of lately, more so. And luck would have it, the universe would have it, that we would be at the right place at the right time on the same day at the post office. It was crazy. It was amazing. But that's how it works. Timing, divine timing is important. But as you are building your new house, deconstructing the old one and building the new one, you will see things begin to transpire. And then, as you go general with those statements, right? I am eager to see how all of this transpires in my life. I know that I am worthy. I know that I am God's person. You are God's person. God lives in me. And everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Even though I can't see it, even though I can't feel it, I'm going to put myself in that spot that makes me feel good at the beach. And I'm going to enjoy that spot in my mind till I feel so good. And I know that what I'm feeling right now, what is happening in my life right now, is going to change. It is going to shift. Immerse yourself in that dream. Immerse yourself in that imagination. At the same time, continuing to affirm. And you can create hundreds of affirmations that you can say every single day. I keep it simple because I'm working, and then depending on what is going on in my life, then I shift the affirmation, and miracles happen. It is all throughout the Bible. Miracles happen. God does not want you to not have money. God does not want you to have a house to live in. God does not want you to be in debt. God does not want you, us. We're all in this together. Every one of us. We and God are one. And when God says, when you ask me to give you a fish so you can eat, I'm not going to give you a stone. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. The seeking is the mindset. The seeking is gathering your supplies. The seeking is knowing that you are, and God, the great I am, whenever you say I am, watch your thoughts. I feel worthy. I am valuable. I am intelligent. I am kind. I am full of grace. I am financially stable. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am of good health. I am of good nature. I am happy. I am complete. And it is so. So, if I am loving is too strong for you, start small. I am gentle. I am kind. Sometimes. You don't even have to say, I am kind. You can say, I am kind sometimes. I am gentle sometimes. And then as you start to feel it more and more, you can take that sometimes away. Go general. Start small. Try not to be so weighty with your thoughts. And as you gain momentum with your affirmations, you can add more and more and more. And go to that place in your imagination. You can also imagine other places. Like, you can use your imagination for manifestation as well. But I'm not going to talk about that today. We're starting with this, okay? Be well, be blessed, be beautiful, my friends, because you are. Because there is nobody else on the planet like you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye.